I would like to share with you a very handy, or at least what I have found very handy, feature of Google Classroom, and that is the work option. So if you're like me, you love to do lists. And even if you don't love to do lists, sometimes it's kind of nice to have one so that you don't forget about grading an assignment or something. And that's something that I've heard from several people, is that they have a hard time remembering to go in and grade a digital assignment, or remembering which ones they have graded and which ones they haven't graded, or which ones they've recorded or which ones they haven't recorded. And it can be time consuming when you're talking about multiple classes to scroll through every single assignment on every single class to make sure that you have graded it, returned it, and recorded it. So there is an option on Google Classroom, from any page of Google Classroom, when you go to the main menu. um, Under your teaching classes, there is an option called Work. And the students also have this option. I've told mine to use it because a lot of them, if you give them an assignment to start in class, but then they have to remember to finish it for homework, a lot of them forget to do it. So classes that you're enrolled in also have a work feature, which will show any uncompleted assignments. Um, on the teaching section, the work option shows you any assignments that you have given that you have not marked as reviewed. So the very first time you do this, and it is something where you actually have to go in and mark it as reviewed, it does not detect that you have graded it and that you have returned it. Um, but once you've graded it, returned it, and put it into PowerSchool, or at least that's my method for this, is I wait until the assignment is put into PowerSchool to clear it off here. That way I don't forget to actually put the grade in PowerSchool. So you can kind of do whatever's best for you. If you want to mark it as reviewed once you have graded it, or once you have returned it. But you can get a list and it'll put them all together here at first. And if you don't do this frequently and you have a lot of assignments that you have given, it will take it a very long time. And I mean, upwards of half an hour to load this page. And it'll keep telling you, it's taken a really long time. Do you want to continue? And you just have to choose wait instead of choosing kill, and just wait it out. And eventually, you will end up with a screen like this that tells you what the assignment was. Now, this only shows up with assignments. It does not show up, it does not show things that you put in as announcements. Um, but, uh, um, but it does show assignments, or basically anything that would give you the option to grade. So it does show questions if you've done something as a question in a Google class. Um, So you have, at first, it's this jumbled list with all of your classes together. You can filter it right here if you want to just look at one particular class, or if you are grading all of your assignments, you can just choose all classes and have all of them together. The things that were due most recently will show up at the top. The things that have the due date that is the farthest back are going to be at the bottom of the screen. So what you can do is you can click, and I can see like things fall apart essay, click here. These are done, and you can see they're already graded and they've already been returned. So I just haven't cleared it off of my list yet. Sorry. I haven't cleared it off of my list yet because my method is I wait until I put the grade in PowerSchool to clear it off of my list here. So I remember that these things are all things that I either need to grade or things that I need to put into PowerSchool. Um, so I can click here. And so let's say I've got this one right here, which is the things fall apart book checkout. Well, I'm not actually going to grade that they checked out a book. So I can go to the assignment here. I selected that it was going to be ungraded, and then I'm going to hit back. And to get quickly back to this work list, you have to use the arrows on your browser, because if you use the arrow here within Classroom, it takes you back to the course stream, which you can of course get back to your work list again by just going to the main menu and choosing it. But if you would like to click less, just use your browser arrows there. So with this book checkout, or with something, if I just put something into PowerSchool and I want to get it off of my to-do list here, I just go over here and hit mark as reviewed, and that will disappear. See, it's gone. Magic. So if you are a to-do list person, or just somebody that needs help keeping track of your your grading and your assignments within Google Classroom, this is something that can be really useful.